Hello again, friends. Welcome to our 6th gym battle, this time against the flying type user Winona. I am Winona. I am the leader of the Fortree Pokemon Gym. Some kind of cool wood windmills back there. I have become one with her Pokemon and have soared the skies. However grueling the battle, we will triumph with grace. Witness the elegant choreography of my bird Pokemon and me. Alright, I'm excited. Should be a good battle. Here we go. Decided to leave with Tempo our Nidoking first, which seems a little weird using a ground type against a flying type gym leader, but we do have Rock Tomb and some other pretty good coverage moves, so I'm interested to see how it goes. Alright, Swellow. I forgot she had Swellow. I was trying to remember what her Pokemon were. And this means one of the ones I thought she had, she does not have. Let's go ahead and use Rock Tomb since it is super effective. Alright, higher evasion means we might miss, but we didn't, so that's good. And I think because Rock Tomb has a secondary effect, but it's a guaranteed secondary effect, so I'm not sure if it really is affected by sheer power. It might not be. Didn't really matter that time, though. Alright, she's already bringing out her strongest Pokemon, or at least her highest level, the Dragon and Flying type Altaria. So once again, a rock move is the way to go. And we are faster. And Altaria's speed will be lowered after this Rock Tomb, so... No, it won't. Okay, so I guess it is affected by sheer force, our ability then. So it does more damage, but no longer has the speed boost. Okay. So with Cotton Guard, it has much higher defenses. Our only special move is Surf, which is not very effective, so let's go ahead and use Rock Tomb again. Yeah, it did about half as much damage now that Altaria has a much higher defense stat. Now we could get lucky and get a crit though, because critical hits ignore defense boosts and other stat changes, or other negative stat changes, I guess. Alright, now if Altaria was going first, Roost would remove its flying type for the rest of the turn. Because it's going second, it really doesn't matter. Okay, so that's why she brought out Altaria. Earthquake will be super effective against Tempo. Luckily, he's pretty sturdy and can take the hit. So now she's going to have a choice of either trying to roost off that damage and risk getting crit, which... Oh, there we go. Critical hit. Yep, that's what I said. Even with a higher defense stat, there's always that chance that it might not matter. And Pelipper, alright, a water type. That's pretty smart against a ground type. Once again, I think Rock Tomb is the way to go. Did about half health, and I think Water Pulse might finish us off. That's okay, we have 5 other awesome Pokemon waiting in the wings. No pun intended. Alright, let's bring out Thrasher next. As a rock type, he should have a pretty good matchup here. And even though rock is normally weak to water, because we are also part dragon type, we are neutral to it. We're also holding the Hardstone, which is an item that gives rock type moves additional damage, so I imagine this will be a knockout, or it would have been a knockout if he had not used Protect. Let's try that again. And we are faster, a little bit surprisingly, but I will take it. Alright, her last Pokemon is either Skarmory or Tropius. I can't remember which one it was. I was thinking she had both, but then when Swellow came out, I was like, yeah, that can't be right. But I guess she doesn't have a Tropius. Alright, well, Skarmory is only weak to Fire and Electric. Luckily, we have Fire Fang. And again, that damage is boosted by our ability Strong Jaw. On the other hand, Skarmory has very high defense stats and is super effective with Steel Wing. Oh, it got the defense rise. If it hadn't gotten the small chance of an increased defense boost there, this would have been a knockout, but because it did, unless we get another lucky crit or a flinch or a burn. Ooh, a burn, okay. That's pretty good. And a flinch. Wow, that's really lucky. Okay. Not quite enough to take it out, but the question is going to be, does Winona have a full restore or a hyper potion? Probably a hyper potion. Yep. Usually at this stage in the game, the bosses have hyper potions. But the good news is, with that burn, its attack stat will be lowered, so it will do half damage. And of course, it takes additional damage each turn, so we're still in this. Now, if we can get a crit or another flinch, or it misses Steel Wing. This should be the knockout, but looks like we didn't get lucky. And even though it has the attack drop being super effective, getting stab, still a little too much for Thrasher there. But good job, Thrasher. You brought Skarmory down to just a sliver of health left. Let's go ahead and bring in Finnick. Kind of risky bringing in a grass type to finish off a flying type, let alone electric or a steel and flying type. But at this point, I hope she doesn't have any more hyper potions. I guess we're about to find out. She does not. All right, good. Get a little bit more experience for... I was going to say our starter, but I guess it wasn't really our starter, but a starter Pokemon here. Good job, Finnick. Good job, entire team. Never before have I seen a trainer command Pokemon with more grace than I. Well, thank you, Winona. I appreciate the compliment. It was a good battle. I recognize your talent and present you with this gym badge. I'm going to guess the wing badge. I can remember the names of the types of the gym badges. Feather badge, okay, that makes sense. With the feather badge, all Pokemon up to level 70, even those received through trades, will obey your command. You will also be able to use the HM move Fly, which I did teach to Clever, so we could already use it in battle. Now we can use it outside of battle, which will be very useful, especially for growing berries. And the TM for Roost. I'm not sure if I will teach that to Clever or not. It's a fun move. It's basically like the flying type version of Recover. But Pidgeotto and even Pidgeot are not very bulky. So unlike a Pokemon like Lapras that could make better use of a recovery move, I kind of just like Sand Attack, which I know is one of our first attacks, but it's just really useful to be able to throw it out at the start of battle and reduce our opponent's accuracy. But that is going to be all for this episode. Not sure what's next. Maybe a rival fight, maybe a Team Magma boss fight, maybe the 7th gym leader. Hopefully you guys will just stay tuned and find out. Thank you all for watching. See you again soon.